them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at 10 talk show moments or sit-downs that seemed harmless then, but carry a darker meaning today.
Do you think that by talking now, setting the record straight for yourself, that maybe people will be able to focus more attention on your music?
Kevin Spacey's interview with Charlie Rose. Charlie Rose. During the height of the #MeToo movement, Rent actor Anthony Rapp spoke up against Kevin Spacey, and it marked the beginning of his downfall.
He's here. He is an Oscar and Tony Award-winning actor. He's also the artistic director of the Old Vic Theatre in London.
Up until then, Spacey had a polished public image as a two-time Oscar winner, celebrated theater actor, and respected artistic director. In a 2013 sit-down with Charlie Rose, he discussed playing Frank Underwood on House of Cards. At the time, it came across as a fascinating deep dive into his craft.
What I think people might enjoy about Francis as a character is that he has no allegiances. He has no allegiance to party. It's not about Democrats or Republicans or ideology or passion. It's about opportunity to move forward. That's what he sees.
But after his 2017 scandal, the interview feels unsettling. Suddenly, the line between Spacey and the manipulative character he played seems razor thin. We can't blame anyone who views him the same way they see Frank Underwood.
We can go back and I think look through history at great leadership, and leadership that was strong and powerful and willing to do whatever they had to do in order to get something moving forward that actually benefited people's lives.
Even more chilling, Rose later faced sexual misconduct allegations of his own. Ellen DeGeneres' Nice Act. The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Ellen DeGeneres wasn't just the bubbly host of her show, she was the very embodiment of kindness and inclusivity.
Since I preach kindness every day, this is a big one for me.
Her Be Kind mantra defined her brand as she danced with audiences, held surprise giveaways, and closed many episodes with, "Be kind to one another." But after her 2020 workplace scandal, that catchphrase feels different. A BuzzFeed investigation revealed accounts from former staffers who described a toxic workplace culture.
Yeah, y'all heard I was mean. Everybody heard that I was mean. Everywhere I go, I know everyone's heard that I'm mean.
We're talking about racism, antagonism, favoritism, and even sexual misconduct by senior executives. While Ellen wasn't singled out directly, many felt she turned a blind eye. Now it feels like she was preaching of a kindness that couldn't be extended to her staffers. That's awful.
Realized I was chasing my employees and terrorizing them.
Lance denies doping on Larry King Live. Larry King Live. In 2005, the French sports newspaper, L'Équipe, reported that Lance Armstrong had tested positive for a performance-enhancing substance. Armstrong immediately went on the defensive, even appearing on Larry King Live that same year to vehemently deny any wrongdoing.
I've said it for 7 years. I've said it for longer than 7 years. I have never doped.
He blasted the newspaper, claiming they were targeting him because he was a winner, and reminding viewers of drug tests he had passed. Almost everyone believed him. All the while, the famous cyclist was lying through his teeth. Now, looking back to this interview after Armstrong's 2013 confession, it feels like watching one of the biggest liars in sports history.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
The confidence with which he deceived millions doesn't just feel bold, it's chilling. Dr. Phil interviews troubled teens. Dr. Phil. Phil McGraw built his brand as TV's go-to psychologist, tackling everything from family drama to teenage problems.
So you never had a fight list?
No, I don't even start the fights.
Yeah.
Families would appear on the show, and sometimes troubled teens were sent to rehabilitation programs he recommended. On TV, it looked like tough love with the promise of turning lives around.
I'm going to recommend that these girls be placed outside the home for a period of time right now.
Behind the scenes, it wasn't all that rosy. Over the years, some treatment centers have faced serious allegations. Former attendees described the place as traumatizing rather than healing. Even rapper Bad Baby spoke up about her terrible experience at Turnabout Ranch in Utah. In one Florida facility, there have even been cases of missing teens. So, was Dr. Phil really helping these kids, or just selling TV entertainment packages therapy?
You have to admit, he helped you a lot. If it wasn't for if it wasn't
for his money, you can't say it wasn't for him.
Matt Lauer interviews Corey Feldman. Today, Matt Lauer's case is one of the most unsettling. For decades, he was the familiar face for NBC's Today Show.
Corey Feldman is on a mission, as he describes it, to clean up Hollywood.
He interviewed many celebrities, including those who spoke up about sexual harassment. In one interview with Corey Feldman, who promised to expose predators in Hollywood, the tension was obvious. That was before Lauer's own sexual misconduct issues came to light in 2017.
As I'm sure you can imagine, we are devastated.
Multiple women came forward, with reports ranging from inappropriate behavior in the office to serious violence. Lauer was fired from NBC almost immediately. Now, rewatching his interviews, especially the Feldman one, just hits different. It's almost as if Lauer was on the defensive the whole time, constantly interrupting Feldman.
I'm the one who's trying to come forward and do something about it.
But
hold on, please, I'm sorry. There are thousands of people out there, Matt, who have this information.
Considering his own scandal, it all makes sense now. R. Kelly denies allegations. CBS This Morning. After Surviving R. Kelly aired in 2019, the public's attention snapped back to the long trail of sexual abuse allegations against Robert Kelly.
I'm very tired of all of the lies. I've been hearing things and, and seeing things on the blogs and, I'm just tired.
To defend himself, the singer sat down with Gayle King in what became one of the most explosive interviews of the decade. He cried, shouted, and even stood up at some point, desperately insisting on his innocence.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
At the time, some people probably saw it as over the top or an act of desperation. But after Kelly was convicted of abuse on a large scale in 2021, the interview feels downright scary. You're essentially watching a man perform innocence while hiding years of abuse. That disconnect between his emotional outburst and the horrific truth is exactly why this is creepy.
My kids is listening to this, all of this nonsense, and I ain't been able to spend no time with them. This is real. This is not a lie.
Sean Combs interviews. Various. The truth is, after P. Diddy's scandal, many of his old interviews take on a different meaning. Back then, he charmed viewers with his swagger, and few paid attention to the deep meaning of what he said.
You're legendary for the parties that you throw. You throw a great party.
Take his 2002 Conan O'Brien interview, when he joked about women and locking doors, and the audience laughed. Today, with the disturbing allegations against him, it feels like a red flag in plain sight. How about his 1999 Entertainment Tonight appearance, when he bragged that his parties might get him arrested?
You're gonna hear about my parties, they're gonna be shutting them down, they're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time.
It sounds more like foreshadowing now. Even his 2009 Ellen response to domestic abuse feels off after the Cassie Ventura video leaked. Now we totally understand why he didn't outrightly condemn the abusive act.
Get into it, I'm not gonna do this or do that. It's a dark time for them, and I was there more as a support. That was it.
Nancy Campbell Panitz. The Jerry Springer Show. This American talk show was the very definition of trash TV.
I want them to say, after watching the show, that they learned something about life that they didn't know before, and Jerry didn't get in the way of the telling of that story.
From wild drama and screaming matches to outright brawls, a lot of wild stuff happened. Yet, we didn't expect the Jerry Springer Show to be linked to murder. In one episode, Nancy Campbell Panitz appeared in hopes of reuniting with her ex-husband, Ralph, only to be cornered into a heated confrontation on live TV.
Nan, what's going on?
Ralph and I are trying to restore our marriage, and this trailer trash won't leave us alone.
On the day the episode finally aired, several weeks later, Nancy was murdered by Ralph. It might have been intriguing to watch then, but now it's just plain dark, especially as Springer was let off the hook without any real repercussions.
Jerry Springer, he just kind of blew it off like, what do I know about it? How disrespectful can you be? It's just awful.
Steve Dymond, The Jeremy Kyle Show. When 63-year-old Steve Dymond walked onto the Jeremy Kyle Show stage, he probably never thought the segment would break him in the worst way.
Why'd you lie so much?
If I knew the answer to that, Jeremy, I wouldn't be here.
Hoping to prove he wasn't unfaithful to his partner, Dymond took a lie detector test, only for it to declare him a liar. To make matters worse, Jeremy didn't take it easy on the poor man. Just a week after filming, Dymond took his own life.
ITV's Jeremy Kyle Show is facing its own crisis after news that one guest had been found dead a week after appearing on the show in an episode that won't ever air.
It was heartbreaking then, and even sadder when one thinks about how things might have turned out if this domestic issue was kept private. Perhaps it may have helped if the show admitted that lie detectors aren't 100% accurate. The Jeremy Kyle Show was cancelled amid the legal fallout.
Listen, I've been cancelled.
Yeah.
In this world, it seems now that unless you follow a certain path, you're labelled.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Michael Jackson's 1993 interview. In February 1993, Michael Jackson sat down with Oprah Winfrey for a live interview watched by millions worldwide.
I just wanted to let the world know that when we agreed to do this interview, you said that you would be willing to talk to me about everything, and we haven't discussed one single question that's going to be asked here tonight.
He gave a rare look into Neverland Ranch, presenting himself as childlike and misunderstood. Jackson even explained that the estate was for sick and disadvantaged children to enjoy themselves. But in August of that same year, Jackson faced his first sexual abuse allegation.
That I have information that this investigation that started in August wasn't the first investigation involving alleged misconduct by Mr. Jackson. I'm not going to go any further than that.
What was once a look into his world now looks like a prelude to his scandals. When the 2003 documentary, Living with Michael Jackson, aired, and he admitted to letting kids share his bed, the image of Neverland grew darker.
I'd found this easily the most disturbing moment of the past 8 months.
Even now, the King of Pop's reputation remains stained by those allegations. Which is the most disturbing talk show moment of them all? Let us know in the comments section.